So try to correct as much as possible and identify the mistake you made, but I will give the final marks on this one. Okay, so we'll have a marker up. All right, here we go. I already did the intercepts. I had done more. I erased it because I felt like I should show you how I did it. So if you got the intercepts right, you get a mark for these two and a mark for the other two here. This should be a 0. So try to see if you got that. If not, I'd say you get half a mark for each intercept. Okay, and then the rewriting part, I take this, I bring the 3x over like that, and I need to divide by -2, and that should ring a bell, right? That means, okay, if I divide by negative, this goes the other way. Okay, so y is equal to negative divided by negative is positive 3 over 2x, and then 20 divided by -2 is -10. Okay, so I would give you a mark for flipping that and a mark for actually rewriting the inequality. And we know it's a dashed line, that the true region is above, and because we're using reverse shading, we will shade the false region, which means it's below the line that we're going to shade. Okay? So identify the mistake. If you, for example, did not flip, then it's a -1, right? And then your graph was completely different. So I will have to look into that. And this is where Desmos is my friend. I type in yours real quick, and it shows me where if your graph actually jives with this, then it's fine, right? You're not going to be losing more marks down the road. So let's do the next one here. I already found the intercepts. That's a mark. So make sure you get that. So basically, I didn't like the 3y over here. So I brought the 3y over, and the constant, I brought it over to the right side. So I kind of like switched, but whichever term you bring over changes sign and while doing so. And that's what I used to come up with the intercepts. So let's rewrite it now. I'm using this one, right? So 3y is greater than or equal to, the x comes over subtracting, and it's -2, divide by 3. Nothing happens to the inequality symbol, okay? That's -1/3 x, and this is, I would like you to leave that as a fraction. That's fine. The calculator can take care of that. The calculator can handle that. So you get a mark for this rewriting part, because there's no flipping of sign, so it's only 1 mark for rewriting. Okay? All right, so let's sketch this. Before you sketch it, enter them into your calculator. You're going to need to do that anyways to find the POIs, right? I already went ahead and did that. Watch how I entered the 2/3, right? It's subtract 2/3. That's how I entered it. Not a big deal. The calculator takes care of that. Then I hit graph. My window works pretty good. This is a standard window. You can tell that you're going to have no issues having that point of intersection show up on your graph. Okay? All right. And this is what you expect the graph to look like. So 2 reasons why. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Well, you already did, right? So 6.67. I'm just going to put a scale on it. Some of you did 5, 10, like you used the 4 line, and that's actually okay. It's correct. You're still being consistent, right? But I'm going to actually make every box be 1. So this is 10. So this is -5. -10 here. 5, 10, -5, -10. Sorry, let's fix that. First one, 6.67. This is 6. 6.67 is right about there. 0, -10 is here. It's a dashed line. It points up, which makes sense because my slope is positive, right? Positive slope. So let's go ahead and do this. This is, I'm going to use this as my label. Okay. And then the other line is -2, and -0.67, which is right about there. Oh, I didn't do the solid. True is above. I'm going to shade below. So I'm going to make this connection here. That's 2 plus x is greater than or equal to -3y. So you can already take off marks if you forgot to label, anything like that you can do. So the first one we shade below. So let's go ahead and do that. Don't worry so much, like if you today don't get what I get, if your solution is somewhere completely different, I would focus more on consistency. If you forgot to flip this, is your graph still consistent with your inequality, right? That's what I'm looking for the most part here. And so this one we shade below, so we're shading this off. Right, so this is my solution region here. I'm really picky with you saying that that's the solution region. So if you didn't do that, that would be a half mark deduction. Okay, and so that's what your graph should look like. State a possible solution. Anything in here would work. Anything on this line would even work because it's solid. Not on this line, you may not because it's dashed. It's not included, right? So to be absolutely safe, I'm going to pick 5, 5, like this one right here. Example 5, 5, right? Anything that's in the solution region is a possible solution. And I forgot the POI, right? I know, you're probably waiting for it. The POI, if you did everything else right, should be the same for everybody. Second trace 5, enter, 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 and that's 5.09, -2.36. I'm going to state that here somewhere. 5.09, -2.36. That's the POI. That would give you a full mark wherever you put that. I usually have a spot where I ask for it. Okay. If you labeled it right on here, I'm fine with that. Okay. We're good? If you have questions, you ask later, okay? I know if you don't want to ask in front of the class, that's fine. Okay, so how about this? I'm going to go, this is a solid. True is above. That's what matters. True is above. The solution is above. Okay, so my slope is, this is 1, 2, 3, and 1. So it's a -3 over 1, which is just -3, right? Intercept is 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm ready to write the inequality. It's greater than or equal to, because solid and true above, -3x plus 4. 1 mark for the inequality, 1 mark for that part. Okay. This one is only worth 1 mark. This one here, because it's a lot easier. It's dashed. True is where? Below. Don't worry about the shading. Worry about where the solution region is. This is reverse shading, correct? Whoever graphed this, me, right, used reverse shading here, but it doesn't take away from the fact that the true region is below. Okay. So this is a horizontal line. So y is less than -4. That's it. 1 mark for that thing because it's a lot easier to do than the other ones. So this whole page, let me see here, 6, 8, 9, and 3, this is 12. If you were able to come up with a mark, put down a mark out of 12. If you weren't able to, but you at least told me I got this right, this I got wrong, to make it a little faster for me to go through. And then make sure your name and last name is at the top of this page. And I'll take them in and I'll give you some feedback. And so let's continue with our notes. We'll do 3 inequalities.